Hello, friends. Welcome you all to this fantastic video that I'm going to take today on phosphoric acid. And after this mesmerizing and beautiful webinar, sorry, I'm so used to saying webinar, we had an actual seminar. It was like a dream come true for all of us. 500 of us meeting at one place, staying together for 3 days and 3 nights, and just talking about homeopathy and just enjoying ourselves. We forgot everything what happened in the last 3 years. We were just in the moment, and we seized that opportunity to just enjoy and give our 100% attention to the present moment, to the now. And after coming back, it's been a week, but we are still, I'm in still that roller coaster, that what all happened in those 3 days, and not able to come out of that zone. So I thought, let me make a video to divert my attention from our seminar, the national seminar that happened. And you can see all the updates of the videos, the photos, and everything. And you all who all attended it, make it a point to have a group discussion and discuss those remedies and little things that we must have missed out on, and make the best of it. And those who have not been able to attend this time, please come over next time. And from the pictures you will see the enthusiasm, the fun we had. Okay, and talking about phosphoric acids, it's something uniquely related to this kind of excitement that I'm beholding, and or those people who attended at that time, how they were. In phosphoric acid, if you see the keynotes, it mentions one very beautiful word, and that is frozen emotions. What do you mean by frozen emotions? No, so one thing is very sure, that we always talk about the when if you have noticed in my videos, I have taken a remedy in its journey. Okay, when you study in its journey, it's easy to understand when will a patient land into this kind of a condition. So what I am going to do is little bit of my understanding of acid group. So I wanted to take up nitric acid first, then I thought, because nitric acid at par with China it goes. So I thought, something triggered me, and I thought, let me make phosphoric acid first. So we will see it in its journey. Frozen emotions, when it comes, it becomes very, very particular for us to prescribe phosphoric acid. But then the thing is that it is for sure that it's an emotional person. Frozen emotions mean the person carried so much emotions, no? So let us understand the emotional side of phosphoric acid. Acid group are known for their prostration, for their weakness, but then apart from the theme of acids, how do we prescribe an acid remedy, or how do we prescribe any remedy? Okay, we always prescribe on the basis of rubrics. Theme is something that I always study in retrospect. There are many good materia medica books which talk about theme of remedies. Okay, that there are a lot of emotions, feelings, and there are stories, there are struggles, and everything mentioned in the books. But all those important details I go into when my remedy works in a patient, and or when I have to study that remedy in detail, then I understand its entire materia medica. But when it is coming to prescription, when it is coming to applying a remedy in the clinic, what is important is my rubrics. So your rubric study has to be very, very strong. Okay, so for prescription, your rubric study is strong, and for that reason, I will connect the rubrics related to the emotional self of phosphoric acid, and that is what is dealing with the first part in the journey of phosphoric acid. Okay, now if you see in phosphoric acid, one beautiful line also written in Dr. Clark's Materia Medica was persons of originally strong constitution. So, what is this strong constitution, and what all he is able to do? If you see, he is an amorous, amativeness, lascivious, cheerful knight, company desires for alone when aggravate, cares full of, Fancy's exaltation of evening in bed, Fancy's exaltation of night, Fancy's exaltation of with sleeplessness, Fancy's exaltation of on reading. Then it is also there in greed, cupidity, libertinism, loquacity, fever during, then vivaciousness, smiling in sleep, then sensitive to all external impressions, to noise, to sensual impressions, and also in mirth evening, mirth night, mirth sleep during. So you see, this night evening is coming so often. So as the day progresses and comes to settling down, this person is very happy in life. Okay. um, Now some rubrics that I would like to focus on. Now there is Materia Medica, which also states that they are very emotional people, and it phosphoric acid works very good on the sensory nerves. So sensory nerves, what are they doing? Sensory nerves are giving us the sensations. Okay, motor nerves carry the sensation of, suppose, a touch or something, and sensory nerves are what are giving them back the feeling, that how the touch is. So phosphoric acid is acting very well on the sensory nerves. So what is phosphoric acid feeling is very important. Okay, now if you see, wonderful rubrics of along with the just mentioned ones are love for friends. Okay, love for friends, passionate at every trifle. Now, what is passionate? It's again a very strong emotion that comes in the person. Passionate is something, those feelings or ideas which a person cannot control. It is out of control. Like if someone says that, oh, Pallavi got hurt. So someone who really loves me will come out of the way and help me out. I would be like, no, it's not much. But the other person will like, no, Pallavi, you got hurt. You need to dress up. Like if suppose it's my child, and my child just calls me up and says, Mama, and I would be like, oh my god, I will be so much moved and disturbed in the clinic that my child is weeping, and then I go home and I say, see that she's watching TV. So I was like, hey, why were you weeping on phone? I got so much panic, I just came, because I'm so passionately involved with my child, that I feel that no, my child should not weep, and what happened to my child behind me. So it's the passion that drives me towards the my child. Okay, so passion is something that you can't control. You don't think, there is no intellect involved when you are passionate about something. Okay, as although phosphoric acid is in the rubric intellectual, but intellectual, even though being intellectual, the person is equally passionate. Okay, so there is something that really moves phosphoric acid, and it is there in the rubric dancing unconscious. So dancing, we have seen many remedies like ignatia, natrimur, carcinosin, pulsatilla, sepia, but then dancing, we have seen in dancing ameliorates, dancing. But dancing unconscious is what? Single phosphoric acid and the classic rubric of Dr. Kent. Now, what does unconscious dancing mean? Like children, they learn dance. Okay, and they have to perform in their annual functions. They have to perform in various functions. Okay, we say that, chalo, my child, she dances very well. So come on, dance and show my uncle and aunt how well you dance. So that is not actual dancing, unconscious type of dancing. That will be like, 1, 2, 3, 4. What the teacher has taught, she will do that. Based on the correct notes and the music and everything. The flow will be synchronized to the music and how she has learned it. Okay, dancing unconscious is not something that is learned. Okay, again, it is related to passion. You see, it is not consciously held or deliberately planned or carried out. Dancing unconscious is you have not planned, and those people who came in a seminar for the first time, and they were like, they entered that area where there was dinner served, and in the same hall in the backside they had made space for DJ, and when the music was on, they forgot everything where they were, and they were like, "Ki chalo, let's dance," and people were dancing unconscious. They were not conscious of how they are looking or how their picture is getting clicked, or nothing at all. They were just in their own world. Dancing and unconscious is when you just let go of your inhibitions, and you're just carried away, carried with the flow of what makes you really happy. Dancing is a happy feeling, no? So again, that limits, crossing the limits and dancing unconscious, going with the flow. Like, a mother was there, and to whom I had given phosphoric acid. I will just tell you the initial phase, when she's bringing up her daughters, when she's bringing up her kids, and she's doing everything possible for the children, and she's dancing unconscious that, oh my child, oh my daughter, and she's pampering them the most, giving them utmost love and care wherever needed, however needed. She forgets her own self, her own identity in raising them. A father is there who forgets everything in raising their children, and that is dancing unconscious, where you're not reasoning out, where you are not expecting anything in return. You just let go of your inhibitions, ki what the world will say and all that. Crap, there's no crap in that, and there is only the emotional self involved. Okay, then there is one rubric, ecstasy. Ecstasy is again what? It is an overwhelming emotion. In ecstasy also, see, there is one rubric, ecstasy, there's one rubric, exhilaration. Exhilaration is after you have achieved something. Okay, there is a component of intellect involved in exhilaration. Like, suppose I climb Mount Everest and I feel exhilarated that, oh, my practice was successful and I have done it. There is an achievement, there is some reason behind exhilaration. Okay, but in ecstasy there is no reasoning. In ecstasy it is something like, your child again wins a race, so there is more of an emotional component, and you forget that you are in the parents compartment, and you just run on the race course, and you hug your child, you cuddle, and you kiss your child, and then you come back, and then everyone would be like, how could you run there? It was not allowed. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I just forgot, I was so excited that my child won the race for the first time. So that is ecstasy. Again, there is an overwhelming emotion in this. Okay, then if you connect all this, then there is extravagance. When he goes into doing something, he forgets of his own self, and he exhausts all his energies in doing this. Then there is one rubric, dreams as if in, and delusion. Here's ringing of bells. Here's ringing of bells, meaning what? Again, here is something that reaches, see, there is one difference which Mohanty sir always used to tell us. You don't hear me, you listen to me. Listen is where you pay due attention and you understand things. Here is just reaching the sound. So that sound of bells is there in the ears of phosphoric acid. Bells is again what? It is always said that, when the doorbell rings, if I say something, like in my childhood, whenever I used to say something that, I want to be a doctor, suppose for example, or, let's go for an outing. So my father would be like, and if the doorbell rings or a phone rings, I'm like, oh, this will come to be true, and this will be the truth. Or, my maid also, she many times says, if something happens and a doorbell rings and she says, oh, Satyavachan, means this is going to be true. And bells are something which gives you a positive vibe, which generates a faith in you, or which generates a positive energy in you, or it is very pleasant. When we go to the temple, we ring the we ring the bell in the temple. There is a bell in the church. So bells are always instilling a good vibe, a positive vibe in you. So phosphoric acid is in that dancing unconscious mode, where he feels, everything is going to be good, and I'm so excited, like a boy who loves a girl, and he's always dancing unconscious to make the girlfriend feel that, yes, I am there for you and I love you so much. And he goes out of the way, and getting flowers someday, getting a rose, getting a card someday, getting the favorite sweet someday. That is dancing unconscious, and not thinking whether the girl is really interested in him or not. So, but then still he is putting all his efforts. So, or suppose it could be a girl also who is so much fascinated by a boy, but then she's not sure of whether he's interested or not, but still she's going out of the way and trying to make him happy in everything, uska favorite, taking his favorite food and this and that. So that is what is phosphoric acid's initial stage. It could be in the child, it could be in the adult or youth. So this is what fancies, carrying those fancies where, again you feel attracted to something, whether it is going to happen or not, you're not sure, and that is why it's a fancy. So you just keep having an idea of it and you keep thinking over it, and this is what it is all about. So we'll see the next stage, and we'll see how it turns over, the picture changes. Okay, so do comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.